So if you can hear me and you can see me, please let me know. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today is a very, very important webinar that we're having because we all know what the situation in the country is, no matter the country that you are in. The situation all over the world is that the cost of living is going up, inflation is rising, lots of people are struggling with job loss. Some people cannot even meet up with the see me, let me know in the comments. It's like we keep losing this connection to. Can hear and see me, let me know. With an online business, yeah. So with an online business, of course, it's not a brick and mortar business, and anybody can start an online business. You just need to have like the right mindset, and then of course the right guidance. So we're going to bring on our my audio off. I'm so sorry. It's going off for some reason. Oh, okay. I think the audio is back. Audio is back. So welcome back. So guys, today we have in our midst Emeka and Ife Wachuku. So these are a couple who live in Canada with their 4 children. They are engineer and IT, so they are big people. Okay, so especially with the year ending, a lot of people are wondering what they can do. Can you hear me now? Great. What they can do about starting a business. And I know that for some of you, you might be joining this later, but anytime you join, please be sure to subscribe and ask your questions. We're going to be taking questions because I know a lot of you have a lot of questions. So Emeka and Ife, welcome to today's live. A lot of people are so excited to have you on today. So I guess the first question that we're asking is, tell us about Emeka and Ife Wachuku.
Thank you, Sheyi. My name is Emeka Wachuku, and beside me is my wife.
My name is Ife.
We are originally from Nigeria, as our name suggests, but we live in Canada, in the western part, in a place called Alberta, in a small town called Red Deer, in the center of that province. We have 4 children, like you mentioned, and we work like most people who come abroad. You start from beginning, scratching back, finding your feet, and then you find some level of balance. Then you start to find a way to grow. We did all that, and it was our second time doing it because we had moved to Scotland before
in the UK,
and then eventually moved to Canada. And here it was different as well. So we started all over and had to think of long term, what can we do to support our family? Because salary overseas is set, there's nothing extra. If you work overtime, they charge you more tax for that as well. So we couldn't, except you continue to move jobs. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So we decided that we needed to do something that we can control. And that's when we started our business. If you do want to add something.
In addition to that, about us, Emeka was at some point driving 3 hours in a day, to get to work and back. So that was very hard for us, with parenting and not having his presence at home, because he leaves very early in the morning and he will come back late at night. And what do you expect? He'll be so tired, and it's hard for him to be, part of our daily activities. So that was something that we did not really enjoy, because then all the burden was on me to pretty much do everything, take the children to their activities. With 4 children, you can imagine, because here you have after school activities that you need to get the children to. And then by the time you look at the 4 and you're taking one back and forth, and then there's no help, it's really tough. So that was one of the biggest things for us, because even with the driving, we know it was going to be detrimental to his health. He might not see it immediately, but then continuously doing it isn't good, because even with the road conditions here, especially with the weather, the risk was really high. So we needed to find a way to come out of that. And if you sit back there and say, no, I'm just going to do it because that's the only option that you have, we said, no, we know that there's something out there that can liberate us from all of that and all the rat race. And that's why we're here today, to share that thing. And that's one of the reasons why we started looking at options and ways that we can actually do something else on the side. And that way we have choices to make going forward.
Okay, great. So because that's a lot of that's the same challenge that a lot of families are having in terms of dropping off the children, driving long distances to work. You're even lucky there are 2 of you. There are some people, there's just one of them. And one of them is coping with all of that. Yeah. And a lot of people really are looking for a way out. I would not lie. They just don't know what, or they are not confident enough to launch out. Yeah. So a lot of people probably don't even believe all these things they hear when they hear online business. So people just tune out. Yeah. So, but I'm so glad that despite the fact that you are successful, you were still looking at ways that you could augment not just your income, but of course to have a life, right? It's not about waking up and going to work all the time. So this business that you have, you say it's a digital business. Can you tell us just briefly what it's all about? How long have you been doing it? Because a lot of time when you say digital business, online business, people are thinking of drop shipping, MLM, digital affiliate marketing, cryptocurrency. Those are the things that come to my mind. If I see digital business, if I even click, I'm like, this is crypto or it's affiliate marketing. So what exactly is your own digital business, and why is it that people should actually give it a chance?
Thanks, Shayi. You're right, and we experience it too. People see digital business, their mind goes in all direction, and that is standard. It's not a problem. It means that people are paying attention. They have multiple channels to get into digital business, but specifically, what we do is digital marketing.
Okay.
And digital marketing is narrower than just digital business. So we leverage systems, we leverage tools, and a community of the people who formed to build partnerships with businesses and get their products to the hands of people in part of the world. However, we also understand that people are bombarded with all kinds of things online to buy. And we move away from directly advertising any products to anybody online. We don't do that. Our goal mainly is to understand what somebody is going through and find the right way to get them started in the business that is completely online. And then that's our piece about coaching, training, and learning. And once they are ready, we connect them to some of the vetted companies that we work with across the world. And not just because there are people who vetted, these are people that have integrity, have been in business for more than 50 years, have been able to show and demonstrate that if you make a penny as commission from their business, you get the money. It's not stories. For us, the second part of your question, today is the end of November. This is 5 years and 9 months. We started in our online digital marketing business. And something funny happened the past 2 weeks. We had people who joined our business at the early stage when we were starting. They thought it was one of these fly-by-night kind of business that you do one year, everybody runs away. And some of them got tired quickly and lost interest. In the past 2 weeks, we have had 6 people from different countries come back and say, I want to talk to you. I'm thinking of coming back. I thought you guys would have left this by now, but you're here. I see your success. I hear what you're doing. And we know for sure, they don't tell us this, but we know for sure they've tried their hands in some of that stuff. And it was a waste. So 5 years and 9 months is not a joke. And today, we're still, in fact, we're more excited today than we were at the beginning, because at the beginning, we had nothing to show for it, only the hope and prayer that it was going to work. But today, we've come along the journey. Not only have we been successful, we have developed people who have also become successful to the point that they make decisions not to work for anybody. They do this full time. Do you want to ask them?
Yeah. So for us, this digital business, when we found it, Emeka actually was the one who found it. So he's the one that finds pretty much everything, and I just look at it, because with my engineering hat, I can be very analytical, and I like to research and make sure that what I'm getting into is something that goes with my faith, because I like to pray about things and allow God to show me the direction. So that's one of the things that I did. So I was very skeptical, so which is the case with a lot of people. I know this will resonate with many people. I was very skeptical. I was very scared of the things in the online space. I just couldn't trust many things. But Emeka was very, very sure about this business. He saw the potentials that I wasn't seeing. He was seeing a lot of things that I just could not see at the time. And then when I kept watching him for like a few weeks, I found that he was looking way happier than he used to be. And he's very, engaged in the whole thing. In the evenings, I'm like, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm working on the business. I'm like, wow. Then at some point I started, growing that interest. And I told him, okay, I want to be part of it. I want to see what you're doing. And that's what I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make here is it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be skeptical. But at the end of the day, it's just, where does that take you? How do you end up, being skeptical? Does that take care of your bills? Does that solve your problem? You just become skeptical about everything. And most times people lose, good opportunities that way. So when we found this, 5 years, 9 months ago, I had to come out of my skepticism, because I did not want it to linger for too long. And here we are today, talking about how happy we are about this business. The digital business is actually a very good business that has transformed a lot of lives. And like Emeka said, we are here supporting other people and helping other people, come out of the rat race, because I know there are situations where some families, like, when we talked at the beginning, why we even, who we are, there are families that, the spouse will be going out and the wife will be going out, the husband is coming back, or the husband is going out. And the wife,
we did that when we were students.
Yes, we did a lot of that. And we find that, with that, you start to disconnect from yourselves. You don't know yourselves anymore. And then you start asking yourself, why did we even come here? You
Yeah.
you came here, you accepted things the way they are. You did not make the effort to, look at options that would help you, rearrange all that and change the narrative. So, yeah, so that's a little bit about the history as to how I joined him in doing the business, and here we are today, 5 years, 9 months down, and still counting.
And you can see it, she is now the chief evangelist of the business.
Wow. And actually, the reality of the society all over the world these days, it is, I mean, it's good to be skeptical, but when you look at the realities, 2024 has taught us a lot of lessons. Lots of people have lost their jobs, especially in IT. People keep losing jobs, and I'm always scared. I have a friend that has lost her job twice this year alone. The first time it took her 4 months to get another job. The second time it took her 3 months. So 7 months in this year, she was not working. So and of course at that point I was like, what are you going to do? What are your options? She didn't really have much options. She just wanted to look for another job, and that's how it is for a lot of people. So are there any like geographical boundaries for this business? Is it that you must be in Canada or in the UK, or can anyone anywhere, any part of the world, whether it's Nigeria, Ghana, Canada, can anybody do this business?
Yes. So geographical wise, our business is digital, is online, so it can be done from anywhere. There's
Okay.
no restriction in terms of location. As long as you have access to Wi-Fi and you have a smart device, you're good to go. So you can be anywhere running your business. There are times that we leave Canada, we go somewhere for vacation, we're here, we're there. Our business goes with us, and that's the beauty about the business. There are times that we even travel back home to Nigeria, our business comes with us, and people wonder, okay, what are you doing? What is this? And our business comes with us, and that's the beauty. When you think about the traditional way of doing things, you're restricted by geography. Like if you have a business, locally, and it's sitting somewhere, you can only reach people within few meters or radius within around that location. But when you talk about online, you can reach the world, any part of the world, and you can be anywhere and run this business. In fact, when we talk about our business partners, they're all over the world. We're talking US, UK, Europe, where else? New Zealand, Australia, every part
Nigeria,
of the world.
Ghana, doesn't matter.
Really?
Your location,
Absolutely. The point here is this. When you work with us in digital marketing business, you actually take the step to be part of the business as your own startup. You will be opened up directly to global distribution network that from day one, anybody who wants to do business anywhere in the world, even countries we have never ever heard of before we started business. One particularly came from one of those countries one day and said, I want to start business with you. And we say, okay, where are you located? When she called the country, to be honest, my sister, we'd never heard of that country before.
Wow.
But she's doing business with us now. The country is one of the small islands in the Pacific Ocean. And without digital marketing, how will we ever meet this kind of people? There's no way. So this is one of the advantages of doing a business that is completely online. You don't know who you reach. Just like we're talking to you now, we don't know where people watch you from. You'll be surprised that somebody in a far-flung place sees this and say, oh, I want to know what these people are doing. It doesn't matter where you are come, I will be able to do business with you.
Yeah, and it's not tied to like, being dependent on your friends or relations or colleagues or this is not that where you're chasing after people or you're looking for your friends or you're forcing people to come. This is a business where you can reach people from any part. All they need to do is to look into the business, try to understand the business, and come with you because they've seen a potential and they start to run the business and they become successful. A lot of people that have come to the business that have achieved a lot of success today, we haven't even seen them in person. It's just us connecting in the digital space, and we know that from time to time we still get to see them because we like traveling. That's one of our partners. So, but that way, when we get to any part of the world, we try to connect with our business partners in that location.
The funny thing is that you get in here sometimes, you're wondering, how come that these guys are not bugging me, calling me every minute and say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
We have people reach out to us, we explain things to them, they get involved, and they're waiting for us to be calling
For
them
you
every
to call
time.
them.
So
Yeah.
when you're
Because that's
calling
how
them,
most people do. Yeah.
yeah, and sometimes they send us a message, say, "Oh, I thought you were gonna be calling me every minute." I said, "Why am I calling you?
When you have all the
You
information.
have the we've explained the business to you, you have the information, you want to do it. All we're waiting for you is let's go." And we
Hmm.
can't just be mounting pressure on you, because
On
if
you.
we do
Wow.
mount pressure on you, you then know that you're going to be mounting pressure on other people, and
Yeah.
that's not how we do business.
Yes, that's so critical because really people are scared of having to reach out. Do I have to sell somebody? Do I have to call people? Do I have to reach out to friends and family? So it's amazing that that pressure is not there. I think that's how this might be different from others. So guys, if you are watching, don't forget to subscribe so that you can ask your questions. You can start sending your questions, and you can check out their website at mekifi.com. It's on the screen, or you go to facebook.com/mekifi. Okay, so one thing I wanted to ask about, I know you kept talking about your partners that are all over the world, products or services. Is there like, can you explain like what are the particular kinds of products or services that, it's a digital online business? Do you sell anything? And what do people have to sell?
We sell things, but people do not have to sell, and I want to make that clear.
Okay.
In our business, we have division of labor. So when you come in, you do not have the experience and knowledge to sell anything. We do have specialized people who are trained for those kind of marketing. We focus on the people to understand them, to understand what their needs are, to understand what their goals are and their aspirations, and then show them the path that they can take. And if they decide on any particular of our partners, we hand them off to those that are coaches who have been in the business with enough experience to understand them, and then those marketing is done. But we have products and services in terms of the healthcare space, the peripheral health and well-being space, the peripheral exercise and fitness space. We have also in the gratitude space. I don't want to release names because it's just gonna be this.
Yeah.
We don't do marketing that way, because people take away a lot from themselves by thinking I know it when you don't. It's just like somebody coming to talk about stock market when they don't know stock market. That's not what we do. But just
Yeah.
think about that. There are people who spend billions of dollars on Wall Street in New York every year researching the market, and you think you just come and start guessing and beat them. That's not how it is done. We take pride in bringing people in, learning about them, then training them with a specific training pathway to understand and learn how to leverage every single tool in the space today, from digital advertising, social media, artificial intelligence, algorithms, how those things come together to make your business build up. That's what differentiates us.
Great, great. So, do people need to have any kind? Because you've been talking about this digital. Do they need to have any kind of online knowledge? Do they need to know how to operate, maybe websites and all of that, or do they need any certifications to be able to do this? Or you train them, just like you've been saying, they will be trained to know everything that they need to do.
Yeah, so for our business, one of the unique things that come into our business that sets our business apart is the training. So
Yeah.
we do have training that helps to teach you and show you how the business works and what you will be doing and how you'll be doing it. And it's very visual and very lucrative. It's something that you watch, you hear, and you follow. You're pretty much seeing everything that you need to see. And it's so simplified in a way that is so easy to understand. You can rewind it, you can fast forward, you can pause it, and you can watch it as many times as you want. There's no restriction, and you always have access to that training 24/7. So it is very, very easy to follow, to a point where people who are over 80 years, people who are retired, people who have never used computers before, people who are not even educated can follow this training and set their business up with no help or support if you don't need one. But what sets our business apart as well is the human factor. The human factor that comes into play. This is not a business where you're talking to robots. This is a business where you're talking to humans. You must have heard Emeka say a few times that we talk to you to know your need. We like to know people. We like to engage with them. We like to meet them where they are. We like to understand them. We like to create that connection, because it's not just about business, business, business. You also want to have a relationship with each person that comes to the business and know where you want to meet them at the point of their needs. So that human factor is there. So even while you're doing the training, if you have any questions or there's something that is not clear, that is where we come in to help, work with you, show you, simplify it, navigate it with you, and make sure that it is easy for you to follow through. Because at the end of the day, our goal is for you to be successful. This is a business where there's no competition. Our goal is success. That is the watchword. And that's why there are lots of people very, very successful in this business and reaching their goals. So definitely, to go back to the question, yes, training is provided. There's a lot of guidance. There's a lot of support. And the beauty again is that we have a community of like-minded people that are always happy to help. So it's not dependent on just me and Emeka. The community as well, if you're there, if you need anything, you find your tribe, you find your culture, you find anybody that you can connect with, you ask them questions, they are happy. This is not just they're answering, they are actually happy to provide that direction, to answer and support you, knowing that you're new and you definitely need the guidance.
And you don't have to know anything IT to do this, because every one of us can look at a screen like a TV and see what is written there. And we leverage that simplicity in our training. So you get into a training, it shows you tutorial wise with video, press here, touch here, click here, you have prompts. So with that, you just go through it. The heavy lifting technical part, we have a technical team that builds websites for you, that creates some of those things in the background. Just think about it like this. Our technical team is the team at work construction. You are in a car. The car is our system. You're driving on this road that is already paved by the technical team. When you're driving on that road, you're not wondering how many bags of cement went into this road, how many, bitumen, asphalt, how many people walked on this road. You don't care about that. All you care about is that this road is smooth. And if there's a bump, you complain and somebody smoothens it. That's what this is about.
Yeah. And then the training is structured in a way that English doesn't have to be your first language. You can change it to a different language and it will narrate the whole thing for you in that language of your choice. So you can switch the language. English doesn't have to be your first language. So it's very flexible that way, just to make sure that everyone, understands it and they're able to follow based on how they want to, run the training in terms of what they hear, right? In terms of the language. So you can pick and choose the language of your choice as well.
That's really great. So it's really sounding very lucrative and supportive from what I've heard. So you don't need to know how to build a website, and you will be trained. Then I guess what people will be asking is there money involved to join? Can people do a trial, or do they have to pay some form of money? How is it that people can join in this business?
Yes, to come on board, first you go to our website, which you have been sharing, www.mekify.com, Mekify.
Yeah.
You just put your name and email. We invite you through email to our webinar, which is 100% free. So you come, watch, look at things for yourself. You can go to the webinar as many times as you want. It's free. But like going to church or you're going to whichever your religion is, you get in there, you are hearing what they're saying, and you need to be convinced that you're okay with joining that religion. If you like it, you convince yourself you join. If you don't like it, you wake up, get off your seat and walk out the door. Nobody's going to hold you back. So if you decide that you want to know more in our business, there's a fee, registration fee. It is 149 US dollars. When you pay that money, your money is not at risk. It's just for you to get into the guts of the business, to look at it for yourself for free for 30 days. Between the time you pay and 30 days, if you look at it and you say, this is not for me, you don't need to talk to Fee, you don't need to talk to me, you take your money.
You just reply to
you just request it from the email that you got when you paid, and you get your money back. Nobody asks you any question. If you decide to proceed, then we'll get you into the front of those coaches to ask those questions, tease out your situation, strategize on how to start your own business and how to make your training work. And then you make your own personal decision what your capital will be to start. There's nobody that's going to say you must pay this amount of money on this, because I want to be clear here. If you get into any business, whether physical or online, and somebody tells you you're going to make a lot of money, running into 5 figures, thousands of dollars a month without starting it with capital, I will be the first one to ask you, where do I sign up? Because
I'll sign up as well.
yeah, because but that's why people get lost.
Yeah.
Because they hear all this kind of enticing talk about you can start with nothing and become very rich, and then it gets scammed. We know there's capital involved, but you will make that determination after you've had a chance to see the way it works in practice and the people who work in it and our partners. You're free to ask them questions, and you might find your neighbor or your friend already there. You ask them questions, and then you make your own choices. But your $149, you have 30 days to decide whether you want to go forward or not.
Okay.
And our webinar, which is the information session, is live. You can watch it live, because we know that there are times people don't trust, things, and they want to see that, okay, this is real. So intentionally, it's done live so that people can connect with the people. You can see it naturally, like these are real people, they're live, they're in front of you. So it happens every Tuesday and Thursday. You only need to watch it once. And if you're not satisfied with the first time, you can watch it, subsequently. But if you miss watching it live, because we know that people are busy, we know people have engagements here and there, we know people are, busy with other things, we always have the recorded version of it, which will be sent to your email after, and then you can watch it at your convenience. So that option is always there. And there's also an option to watch it live if you would like.
Okay, great. I think we have a couple of questions. Let me just check. So this is a German J. Say, so I don't have to sell anything. I don't know, maybe just joining. I think we talked about this already.
I talked about it. Just so you know, German, we have products, but it's not your job. I will guarantee you have my WhatsApp number there, that we will never ask you to go and display any product anywhere to anybody.
Yeah, if you even go through our social media handles, you would never find us selling any product. You will never find us displaying any product on our handles, or not even our website, because that's not the front of the business.
The products in our business, there are experts that will work to get that sold for you. Wow. Your job is to come, explain what your goals are, aspirations are, and we can guide you, create strategies that will work best for you for where your location is. And we've seen success in every single country in the world. So somebody, no matter where you are, I can tell you there's somebody being successful there. Even though, most importantly, we don't do a lot of physical meetings, but we do have online space where you can see, oh, I know this guy. You called, are you here? Yeah. I've seen one guy come here and say, oh, I came into your business. I didn't even know people were doing that. I saw my pastor's wife there. And I went to church on Sunday and I talked to the pastor's wife and said, oh, yeah, please do it too. Your life is going to. I said, when you saw your pastor doing all those things, driving a good car, you thought it was only the churchman.
Yeah, and in terms of sell. One of the things that we love about this business is it gives us peace of mind. The peace of mind part of it is the biggest for me, because the fact that you're not, in front, okay, you're displaying things, oh, sell, come buy, all those kind of things, they can be very stressful.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that type of stress, especially with this diaspora life where you're pretty much doing everything yourself. Everybody is busy. Everybody has things to do. And then you now come and add that stress of trying to get people going from door to door to go, and you can't. And this is why we're able to still do our business, and people are still working their jobs if they want to. People are still able to. Nobody's saying that when you start the business, you leave your profession or you leave your job. No, they're doctors, nurses, lawyers, engineers like myself, senior IT project managers like Emeka. We're all doing this business because we were planning for long term. We want to all retire early. We want to be. We want the ability to choose what we do. We don't want the jobs to choose us anymore. We decide, I want a job that is full-time at home. And I have the choice to wait until I get a good job like that if I still want to work, because I want to be home. I want a hybrid. I have a choice to make because the business is giving me more than my job would ever give me. So that is the beauty, of the business. It gives you choices. It gives you options. It gives you the ability to make the right decisions for yourself and for your family and be present in the life of your loved ones. And that's the beauty of it. So that's why doctors are able to do it, because it's on the side, and then they can cut down their hours, those overtime, taking extra shift, all those things will just go away automatically. And you see yourself looking fresh. You start asking yourself, what's going on? What's happening? It's just because you have peace of mind and you're living life the way you want. You're sleeping well, you're eating well, you're living well, and you're doing what you enjoy.
Wow. Okay, guys, it's just $149, and you can try it for 30 days. If it doesn't work for you, you can get your money back. So it's a win-win situation. You have nothing to lose. You have that guarantee for 30 days. So if you're interested to know more, you can contact them through their website at mckiffey.com or reach them through their WhatsApp number. So WhatsApp number is there. You can even speak to them or send them a chat. I think we have a couple of other questions. This one is from Chima. So how do we know this is profitable? So I'm very skeptical.
One day, I know Senator man go ask this one. One day, I hear you. So, profitable. Chima, you're an Igbo man. You cannot do a business for 5 years and 9 months if there's no profit.
If there's no,
that's number one evidence for an Igbo man like me to spend my 5 years and 9 months doing something that is a waste. That's number one. But practically speaking, with all humility, we came in here with a sense of what we wanted to make. And looking at it today, it sounds silly. My goal before my wife joined me to make in the business was $2,000 a month. That was the goal, because I knew extra 2,000 would solve a lot of problems, not just our family, but extended family, other things. But after 5 years and 9 months, we are in 5 figures a month, every month, consistently.
In dollars.
In dollars.
Wow.
And we've actually achieved a lot, with that.
That's really great. So Chima, you can hear 5 figures in dollars. So that's something really, really lucrative. We have one more question. This person is Steve D. I've been born before by online business. How is this different? How can I earn? There are a lot of people in this situation. Actually, people are very skeptical. Some people got into businesses, they didn't get the support. You know, some people will say, we'll support you, but once they join them, and a lot of times it's these people that do bring one or bring two, they are chasing the next person. They don't actually give support. So if you can just answer Steve on this question, that would be great.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I just for Steve, before we got on this meeting, we've already done meeting with our team of today. We had 32 people in the meeting, spread starting from Canada, Europe, in Finland, Germany, UK, Australia, USA, Ghana, Nigeria, joining the meeting. So the support is there. That's one. Number two, the phone number you see there is the phone number we have in Canada. If you search us anywhere, you'll find us with that number. Nobody that is doing something shady will give you their real number.
True.
Number three, we're here, sitting here. This is us. Sheyi will not feature us here if we are not authentic people. We can't just be going about scamming people and be on multiple social media platforms talking about our business. We've talked with influencers from Canada, US, Nigeria, Ghana,
Invited for interviews.
Australia. We've been invited for interviews on many platforms. Now, the point here is everybody has a natural and healthy sense of suspicion. That's normal. And if you don't have it, that's a problem.
Yeah. Sure.
Because it saves you from situations where you will be harmed. I'm not saying that we got in the first business we got into was this one. No. We tried several other things and got burned too. In fact, the reason why he refused to join me when I started this one was because we got burned badly with other businesses. She said, I'm done. This is not working for me. So because I'm the guy that I'm the ultimate optimist, no matter what. Everything in life, I see the positive first before I see the negative. So I was willing to try something more. So I saw this. It didn't come to me as a business like this. It came to me through a completely innocuous way in social media. Somebody was making a comment somewhere. I saw it and said, what is this guy talking about? Started looking at it, checking it from there. I got it. And the more I looked at it, the more I was convinced that it was something we needed to do. But my wife, being practical engineer, black and white, everything is not black. I'm not doing white. I'm not doing. If it's gray, forget it. So, but I have been a banker. I have been a senior IT project manager. I've been on business doing consulting. So I understand that in life, many things that are in the shades of gray, orange, that's where some value is. So I started digging, and that was when I said, this is good for us. We have done a business for 5 years, 9 months, and still doing it. That is evidence. But I want to be cautious here. Steve, you know that everybody's journey will be different. And the only constant thing is being conscious of what your goals are, what your aspirations are, and what your strategy is. I used to tell my wife one expression: everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
Yeah.
So the process of getting to heaven is the way you live your life. So that when it is time for you to die, you feel happy going to meet your creator. But the business we do requires you to put in work. A lot of our partners come in here knowing that. A lot of people who do not proceed in our business are people looking for something where they will just put in some money, go their way, and they do what they call cash out. I hate that expression, cash out. I hate it personally because it gives you a sense of doing nothing for something.
Yeah.
If you want to make money like that, you go to a bank, put your money in savings
It's your
account,
money. Yes.
and they give you whatever they pay you as interest. But if you want to do business, you actually have to do it. People make money that will blow people's mind if I mention amounts here. But that's not what we're talking about. The reason they do that is because they have learned to integrate knowledge into what they're doing and build a successful business. If you search Makify, is a registered corporation in Canada. We pay government taxes in our business. That's one thing that shows you that this is real and different.
Yeah.
In fact, we're in the season of our corporate taxes now. We're looking at how much we made, what taxes we're paying. So those things give you the confidence that this is an actual business and that somebody doing this is not here coming to trick people into coming into something and then taking them for it.
Yeah, I call this business a gold mine. So this is not about, like Emeka said, this is not about you earn this and that's it. No, this is a gold mine. You earn as much as you want. Like everybody's journey is different. You earn as much as you want. If you hear the figures, like people are here moving from 0 to 360. We don't want to start throwing out numbers because when we start throwing out numbers, people hold that number and then yeah. But when we tell you that something is a gold mine, that means you can make as much as you want. You see people who just started the business and they're changing their lives in a way that they never ever thought of. Like someone just moved abroad recently, and you know what the journey of many has been. Some people have lived abroad for 10 years. They haven't even been able to afford to put a down payment to buy a house. Some have lived 20 years. They haven't achieved that too. They're just working and paying bills. While people have come in, they found this business, God bless them, and they found this business, right at the point they came in, and they trusted it, they believed in it, and they started it. And then a few months down the road, you find them, putting down their down payment to pay for their house. And then before you know it, a few years later, the house is paid off. And people get surprised. But we're not saying it's a get-rich-quick scheme. We're saying that this business is something that can actually give you what you're looking for if you put your time into it and you invest time into it. And nobody's saying that you have to do it full time or put all your time into it. No, you can be doing your work and then you do it on the side, which is basically what we've done. So this is something that is different. Everyone's journey is different. And you just come here with the mindset to make a change for yourself and for the people you love. And you see that once you have that mindset, everything else will fall into place.
Wow, I like the way you put it. The thing is that you have to actually make up your mind to do something, and then with the year ending, next year is starting. There's none of us has like a crystal ball where you go and see this is exactly what will happen. Yeah, so you need to take your skepticism and then take the bull by the horn and do it afraid, like they say. And you don't have anything to lose. If you're watching this, it's $149 to get 5 figures, $149 to get 6 figures, $149 that you can even get back in 30 days. I don't want to use that word, but I feel it's a no-brainer. You can try it out for 30 days, and if it doesn't work for you, you don't even need to call Emeka or Ify. You just request your money back and you get it back. So what have you got to lose? If you are here now and you don't have a side hustle that is bringing you some extra income, I feel that going into 2025, you need to make up your mind and do something. If you look at the online space, I think it's $1 trillion or something.
It's more than that. I mean, think about
19 trillion, I think, the last time, and it's growing. It's amazing. And you think it's impossible until you see someone else doing it. A lot of people who are skeptical. I mean, I understand. I can relate to what Ify was saying. Sometimes I've seen someone come into Canada before I know they're buying house. I'm like, bros, what? Like, waiting the happen. Are you plotting money somewhere? Person was actually doing something that I had heard about before, but I was like, not me. I was skeptical. And then some people, you see the way some people thrive, and you're like, what's happening? It's because they've put their mind. They're like, whatever it is this thing has, I'm going to get it. And it's like you said, it's not a get rich quick scheme. If you want that, put your money in the bank or savings account or go and invest, and every month they give you 4% or 2%. But the business where you can grow beyond your imaginations, you can earn like five figures in a month or a year, whatever. I mean, I think that is a gold mine, like Ify has said. So guys, go ahead and check them out on the website. If you go to mckiffy.com, just put your name and your email. That's all you need to do, and you'll get some information. And if you want to move forward, just by faith, let's even go to faith. By faith, just drop that $149. Try it out for 30 days. And if it doesn't work for you, you get your money. You get your money back. What do you have to lose? Yeah. So
exactly.
You don't have anything to lose. Let me just see if there's
exactly.
There's another question. I promise I will be with you. Are you promising to go and check out the website Laji Abu Kabia? Go and check out.
Yeah, and we'll be happy to see you too.
Yes, and also their number. I also left their number. Their number is here on the screen. You can just, no matter the country you're in, WhatsApp is universal. You can just send them a chat tonight. If you are too, I don't know, if you can't think of any question now and you have questions later, make sure that you send them a WhatsApp. And please, guys, make sure you're sharing this with your friends. Just click the share, send it to a group, send it to your friends. A lot of people are looking for opportunities for 2025. 2024 has been tough in terms of cost of living. People can afford, basic things of life. There's actually a way out. Yes, it is surprising that $149 will be a barrier for you not to even check out something that could give you the potential for 5 figures earning, which is more than what most people earn. And it's in dollars, so it's not. It's not in naira, it's 5 figures in dollars.
When you mentioned the cost of living, to be honest, it bites. We see it every day.
It bites.
But when we look in our business, I can think about one of the girls that we mentor. She just graduated school last year in New York, and she started this business 2 years this month. She called Ify last week and said, Ify, I have so much money in my bank, I don't know what to do.
Wow. That's a good problem.
Yes.
I know.
And she asked Ify, I need your advice. I want to either buy a house or buy a condo in New York. Ify said, go for it, whichever one you decide. So think about that. In the midst where people are crying that they can't afford even what to eat, a young woman who graduated with first-class degree last year and is no longer working for anybody. This is her full-time job. He's telling Ify that she has so much money that she doesn't know what to do with it. She's engaged. She's not married yet. That tells you that. And there's one pastor, I can't remember which one, that said it, that in the same land where everybody's crying, I'm dying, I'm dying, there are people who are saying, God, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you.
It's amazing. So I just wrote something here. Think about possibilities. You need to start seeing possibility. Open your mind. A lot of us will close our minds. Open your mind so that you can see. Even the Bible alludes to the fact that if you see it in your mind, you can actually grab it with your hand. So guys, see possibilities. And as the year is ending, make up your mind that from next year, I'm going to pursue this thing. Pursue it dedicatedly for like 6 months. Give yourself 6 months dedicatedly. And if it doesn't work out for you, then you have a reason to believe this might not work. But I don't believe that if you are doing something consistent, they've been here 5 years, 9 months. I'm even, like me, I'm even impressed, like 5 years, 9 months. There's no way if it's not working that they will be at it. So guys, make sure that you go and try it out. Go to mckiffy.com, or you can send them a message. You can send them a chat. You can call them. I'm sure they're open to receive your WhatsApp calls. I'm very grateful for you guys that have stayed up till now. I know more of you are going to, join later and watch the replay. The most important thing is for you to see possibilities and open your mind. So, Emeka and Ify, do you have any last words for us? If you have any more questions, guys, I can't see any more questions, but if you have any more questions, you can leave them. Even after now, we will still come back and answer the questions in the comments.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that if you're not aware, the world has gone digital. We're never going back to analog. I don't see that happening. The world is going so fast. If you think about what happened in the last few years, where the world shut down, but then the online space was like making waves. That is the direction we're going. A lot of jobs are going away now because AI is taking over. Robots are now serving in restaurants. Things are getting cut down. And this is a time for people to open up their mind and start to see possibilities of something that they can do to meet up with where the world is going. You don't want to be left behind. People are going to school online. People are shopping online. People are attending church online. People are doing literally everything now online. And then sometimes you want to book appointments, they tell you to go online as well. And you know you don't have any other option but to go online. Even the banks now, they tell you when you do transactions online, it's free. When you come to the bank, you pay.
You pay.
So that's to tell you where the world is going. So this is a chance for you to follow through and not be left behind, because the digital space has come here to stay. And this is somewhere where you can learn. You're not being told to come with that knowledge. You're being told to come the way you are, and you'll be shown and you'll be trained. People do digital marketing as masters in school, and they pay for it, because we know what master courses they are here now abroad. But people do that in school. But here, this business offers you learning about the business, learning digital marketing, and using that to make good income. Because a lot of us abroad, we need it. When you talk about busy, we are super busy people too. But we are very intentional about what we want. We have 4 children and we're parents. We're busy parents just like everybody else. But what we decided to do was to choose our busy. You know, we choose what we want to be busy doing, because we know that our family needs change. And then we are Africans. We think about people back home. We know that it's not just about us, but we want to also take care of our folks back home, because they need help, they need support from us. And then they don't even want to know whether you're making money or not. You need to still assist them. And sometimes when you look at your wages, it's never enough for you to pay the bills, talk more of sending back home. So you want to be in a place where you're able to support them and not reject calls because you don't have the finances to take care of them. So these are some of the reasons why we decided that we cannot just keep dwelling on a set salary and depending on one source of income, but we needed to open up and look at possibilities and make a change for our family that the way we want it. Because we know that if we do not make a change for ourselves, nothing will change. We'll just be where we are. We'll allow us being scared to keep us in the same spot for who knows how long. So this is why we took a chance, and here we are today. We're making the change, and 5 years, 9 years down the road, we're super happy to support others who have opened up their mind to see an opportunity like this and do it. We're here for you. We're here to help you, and we're here to support you.
So just in form of last words for this. This is 2024. You have 31 days left. A lot can change in 31 days.
Sure.
But if you listen to the news, you will hear G7 summit, this summit, COP27 summit. Why do you think the big players are meeting at this time of year? To strategize for the next year.
Yeah.
The poor is thinking about how to spend all they made this year for Christmas. The rich is planning how to invest and double what they made this year for next year.
Yeah.
So if you think in that direction, you can see that the next 31 days are critical for you in terms of what do I plan to do next year? How do I make it happen? Who do I talk to? This is the key to success of many people. If all you're looking for is how to go and spend, in January you come back, it looks like somebody hit you. You start saying, what happened? Whereas, in fact, the highest income we've made in this business was January this year. As other people came back from wherever they did and were looking for, we were getting big income. So anyone listening here, I encourage you, This is not a joke.
Hmm.
Everybody needs something else other than somebody paying you at the end of a period.
Clocking.
Sure.
Clocking in and clocking out serves as a foundation, but nobody builds a foundation and lives in the house like that. When you build a foundation, it means something else is coming on top of it. So start building that house by looking around, thinking to yourself, what else can I do? And we assure you that if you come to us, we will support you to build your house.
Great.
Let's all win together in 2025.
Amen. So let's all win in 2025. And it is what it is. Online business is taking over. If you like, put your head in the sand, it is happening. So the most important thing is to jump on the train so that you are winning. So all roads should lead to mckiffey.com. Make sure you put your name and your email. They're not asking you for money. Put your name, your email, you'll get a response, and then you can take it from there. You can also ask your questions to them by WhatsApp. That's their WhatsApp number there. If you can't see it, it's +1 40340 26020. If you are watching or if you are listening by podcast, +1 40340 26020. Thank you very much, Emeka and Ify. It has been very enlightening. We've been here like 1 hour. I believe that people are going to reach out to you. I believe that they are going to share it. And I believe that we're all going to win together in 2025. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to share with your friends. Check out the other videos on the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. All the best as we go into December and the end of the year. Bye. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.